Peace, peace, peace. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Top of the top. Top of the morning. Shout out to everybody that woke up this morning, man. Man, you're now in tune with Way Fly Money. It's top numero uno. We're gonna dive right into some things. Took course over the weekend. For those who tuning in, listen, I definitely appreciate y'all. We got something to talk about this morning, man. This kid Joe Rogan, he out here bugging. For real, for real. Kid bugging. And I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know, I woke up today and, you know, clearing my thoughts, my head, and I run into this particular story and I'm saying to myself, man, freedom of speech, I respect that. If you want to share your opinions and views, whether they may seem racist or have some kind of bigotry, or it could be BS, like, you have that right. The Constitution of America, right? The first Constitution of America gives you the freedom to express your points, your views. However, now there are constraints within the law. If anyone knows the law, I know a little bit, being that, I put myself in some situations and whatnot. But let's dive right into it, y'all. So here you have it, right? Joe Rogan, he has a Spotify show. A show on Spotify. For those who don't know what Spotify is a streaming platform. And this particular one says Joe Rogan, Spotify won't silence him. You know what I mean? After video compilations of him repeatedly using the N-word surfaced this week, the company's chief executive said, "There are no words that I can say adequately to convey how deeply sorry I am for the way Joe Rogan experienced controversy continues impact each of you." Spotify technology chief executive Daniel Ek said in a memo sent to employees on Sunday. "I think it's important you're aware that we had a conversation with Joe and the team about some of the content in his show, including his history of using some racially insensitive language." Let's dive right into that. So, for many of y'all that don't know and whatnot, the N-word was used to basically put black people in a effed up mind frame. Later on down in time, black people such as myself and countless others will remix it and make it seem like it don't mean nothing, but it's meant something, especially to those who have ancestors, those who fought civil rights and went through slavery. It has a negative concept. And throughout time, what's happened is, you have Hispanics, you have blacks, whites, and the list goes on with ethnicities and races that have used the term, the N-word, as some sort of cool. So we know that other races know about the word, but do other races actually know the science, the meaning, the foundation from where the word was truly, truly made from? And that's important because you can use your freedom of speech and say, "Oh, I just learned the word from, some buddies, and we were all talking, and it was like, hey, my hand, and we were using it in a positive light." So yes, some would say you can use it in a positive light, but those who know say, yo, there's really no, people in the streets later on in time, we use it as a term of endearment to recognize what you have in your blood, you know, and it's become a norm. And the problem is that it's become a norm to the point where people don't even realize what they're saying out of their mouth. So now, when someone who's black sees that word come out of a white person's mouth, they take offense. So, with that being said, I'm like, Joe Rogan's a multimillionaire. Spotify, they getting money off his show. They're in business to promote, you know, his content, which involves the UFC. Now, for those who don't know, UFC, right? They employ multitudes of black people that fight. For those who don't know, UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, I'm a conference, whatever the C stand for. So I thought that this article was interesting because following these discussions and his own reflections, he chose to remove a number of episodes from Spotify. He also issued an apology over the weekend. He added, according to the statement obtained from Fox. While I strongly condemn that Joe said, and I agree with the decision to remove past episodes from our platform, I realize some will want more. And I want to make one point very clear. I do not believe in silencing Joe is the answer. So basically, what he's saying is, all right, we're going to take down some episodes, but we ain't going to shut your show down just because you said the N word and you offended millions, hundreds of thousands of black people. Why would he take down his show when there's money to be made? I'm trying to make money in different kind of ways, but that don't mean that I don't have a right to my expression. Now, YouTube, right? They will censorship and take down your video if they found your video offensive. My take on that is, they have the power to do that. I'm using my platform to bring awareness to others on what you can do and what you cannot do. See, my logic is this right here, right? We live in a worldwide information world now, and you can pretty much put out and do whatever it is that you want, that you're capable of with your brain, and expand. I look at Joe and I say to myself, he said he effed up, he made the wrong, you know. So the statement comes as many people are calling on the platform to censor the former Fear Factor host podcast Joe Rogan's experience over a non-viral video. Those who had previously been critical of Rogan's vaccination comments also piled onto the criticism. So I guess he got some vaccination, uh, you know, issues and whatnot. But Rogan took on Instagram Friday evening when he issued his own apology, expressing his deepest, sincerest apologies. He also called comments regretful and shameful. Joe, I see where you going with this. I see you want to apologize, right? But you said what you felt at the moment, at the time. See, I respect someone even more, right? Because if they really showing how they are and how they really speak and really don't have to use their grammar, it's sincere. But I also understand that you run businesses and this is something that you have to do. So what makes me a little bit more concerned is why just say this right here. I'm a person that's been using that word, and guess what, right? It's become a form of freedom of express in my vocabulary. Now, explaining why you use the word, that's another deeper topic. Why do you use that word? Where did you get it from? How did it come to you? See, we brothers and sisters know how the word came to us. You know, for instance, if you got in trouble, and for those who 35, 36 and older, Black America, if you got in trouble and you didn't clean your room, 9, 10 times out of, 9 out of 10 times, your mom or pop would have been like, and go clean the room or whatever, in frustration. So the same terms of endearment that the slave master used to the slave. And well, you better go make sure that those crops ain't getting spoiled or whatever the case may be. Those are the same terms of endearment that still stick on to us now. So people will be like, oh, slavery doesn't travel forward and it has no impact on the generations today. Well, if it didn't have impact on the generations today, right? They wouldn't be passing more civil rights bills, more bills for the LGBTQ and transgender people and whatnot, because all they did was remix off of someone else's rights. Martin Luther King holiday just passed, and he's another example of, trying to erase, knowing that he fully couldn't erase the past. So we must learn from the past. Joe Rogan, I don't watch too much UFC. For those who do watch UFC, be mindful that you are, tuning into someone who has views about, whether it's about minorities, Hispanics, Blacks, Asians. He has, a particular language that he doesn't want to express with you. He just got caught up slipping on his podcast. And, that's for y'all to take in and y'all to judge and whatnot. Do me a favor, y'all. I'm starting to stream a little more. I'm becoming a little bit more comfortable with going live. I know it ain't a lot of people in my inbox and whatnot. I'm going to get there either way or another. You're now in tune with your boy Fly Money. It's top numero uno. Check me out. Let me know, if you like this video, like and subscribe, or even share. I appreciate y'all, and that's my take on this. I'm out. Peace.